Hi everyone, this is Joe Urbany with a short video to describe a couple of electives coming up for the marketing program this fall. This guy is not on our faculty, just wanted to make sure you were paying attention. But I know for sure he loves this model, which is about 5 C's, STP, and 4 P's. Our marketing coursework is built on the framework of this model, and our electives tend to have a focus around certain parts of it. So competitive growth strategy is focused on positioning and value proposition. New product development is focused clearly on product and service development. So we'll start with competitive growth strategy, which is Mod 1. All major consulting companies these days have growth strategy practices, and this has developed over the last 10, 15, 20 years around how do we formalize the discussion of growth strategy, because it's become significant in almost all organizations. The key thing, though, is that growth strategy, no matter how you frame it, is really not an effective concept without consideration of compelling value proposition. So any sort of growth strategy doesn't work unless you've got a strong value proposition. And let me illustrate quickly. This is simply a Venn diagram, which is, presents set theory in math, but let's extend this to think about the marketplace. In our world, in the MBA world, recruiters are a customer, right? So think of this circle here, this on the right, upper right, as representing the value that recruiters seek in prospective MBA hires. So what are the needs and values that recruiters consider when they look at and evaluate MBA candidates? And on the left, what do our students deliver? So this left circle here is what's the value that Notre Dame MBA students are perceived to deliver as perceived by recruiters and then competitors as well. So Northwestern, Chicago, Michigan. When you look at the combination of the areas of the framework here, what you find is that this green zone, area A, really represents the unique value delivered by Notre Dame MBA. So it's the value that we create for recruiters, and our students create for recruiters, that is important to them but different than the competition. It's a real simple way to understand that at the core of value proposition. When we started to study and look deeply at recruiter needs and beliefs, one of the things we found was that problem solving was a gap, right? That recruiters said, our MBAs are analytical, they're smart, they're quick learners, but we need people who can deal with ambiguity, put a structure on it, and help us come up with solutions to problems. That was, I think, it was missing in the recruiter's views. So at that point, we built a value proposition around problem solving. Between Professor Ed Conlin and Professor Viva Bartkus, we developed a curriculum around problem solving, books and core course and then offshoot courses, and it's become a very important and central part and powerful part of our positioning in the marketplace, as you've seen in some of our communications, but more substantially, you'll see in the curriculum. That's what value proposition is about, and this is a notion that's quite relevant today, just looking around the business press and what's being taught in MBA programs. So the course, I'm organizing it specifically around the value proposition concept, which is very often captured by a statement. And so if you've seen or you heard of positioning statements, this is how I'm organizing the course. First of all, there's always background and landscape, so you always have some due diligence around 5 C's, which will be part of the course. But then here's the statement. You start with target markets. Nothing complicated there, and you've seen that in your courses already. But we'll dive deeply into segmentation. So for a particular target market who are dissatisfied with, the more we can understand about what we'll call consumers or the customer's buying path, the more we can understand where there are opportunities to create value, particularly at the point of choice. Whatever we learn there, our product or service is an offering that delivers important differences. So we deliver value that's importantly different from competitive offerings. These are notions of positioning, and we'll look at a number of frameworks here, ranging from classical to very current. But once we've defined those important differences, the question is how do we substantively deliver them like Ed and Viva created curriculum and coursework? This is where we would get into discussion of tactics and the resource-based view of the firm. So that's the structure of the course. We'll organize this around some Harvard cases. I'm still thinking through which ones we'll use there, but also some application assignments, which will include some current business press, as well as cases you define, and we'll leverage some past projects. But this will be largely application-based. Bentley is the company that Gary Jago and I co-founded a couple of years ago. We now have about 23, 24 employees, including 5 or 6 MBAs from this program, where we've taken these concepts built around growth strategy and a process for deriving growth strategy and built it into software that we use to engage a variety of clients around their growth strategy issues, around positioning, value proposition, and decision making. So we'll have access to some data sets from our clients to be able to build live cases around as well. A few quizzes in addition to that other work. So that's competitive growth strategy. On to new product development, just a quick overview here. A course that is pretty standard in most MBA courses. I want to motivate this really very quickly by referring to PwC survey that's done annually of CEOs, which finds in this case that if you want to look at opportunities for business growth, the CEOs today are saying most frequently the product and service innovation is the source of growth. Another study shows that if you look at financially, firms performing well financially, the best performers have the highest proportion of sales coming from new products. So clearly an emphasis on new product development in the economy today and in the last 10 years or so. The course is organized around a new product development process, which begins with the identification, deep study of needs, brainstorming and ideation around ideas leading to concepts, which we then test and evaluate and look at financially, and then building into a launch strategy. So we'll walk through and focus on each of these stages with a variety of cases and applications. But in addition, we'll have a project that will cut through these stages, and we'll experience over the course of the semester all those stages in 3 different phases. Your project, which is a team project built around your new product or service concept that you develop and test. 3 phases of that will include 3 different presentations, and on those days we'll bring in some outside experts who will provide lots and lots of feedback on the project ideas as you shape them up. The final day of the class is presentation of the launch plans for the project. A few quizzes, cases and applications as you saw as well. So that's the scoop on new product development. That's all I got, guys. If you have any questions, please send me a note, and I look forward to meeting everybody soon. Thanks, and take care.